Hello. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Okay, both cameras are really far apart. This one is over here for Instagram, and then this camera is recording the landscape version. This is the portrait version. So, what I am going to do is some keyword research. So, if you're on Instagram, you might want to head over to Facebook to WP Barista because we're going to be doing keyword research. And on Facebook, I can share my screen and show you the keyword research that I'm doing and how to use the tools. So, I have a new client. She's well, an old client, but she's starting a new website called Simple Grilled Recipes. Let me just double check. Simple Grilled Recipes. So I thought we would help her out and do a little bit of keyword research. So I have some tools that are already saved. Oh, I'm going to turn off that notification. This is brand new for me. It's quite funny. I just discovered on my phone that I have a do not disturb. Very handy when you're going on live or you're recording, as long as you remember to turn it back off, which I don't always. All right. So I have, I'll list some of the tools that we use. We use Neil Patel, the SEO analyzer. We use the SERP checker by what'smyserp.com, SERP, search engine results page. We use the structured data testing tool, AMP testing tool, website grader, web page test. I think that's the one by, no, webpagetest.org. We also use Lightspeed, the one by Google, PageSpeed Insights at developers.google.com, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Here's an interesting article. Actually, this is a good way for you to find tools that you can use for keyword research. Is go to Yoast, search keyword research tools, and there's a whole list of tools there that you can use. So what we're going to do is go to Moz. Hi, Laura. I'm so glad you're here again today. What columns and factors are most important? Columns. Okay, you have to clarify. I'm not sure what you're talking about. The columns in the, I'm trying to think of columns in an SEO plugin. I think I'm missing something. Okay, so this has Moz. This isn't actually as good as I thought it was going to be. All right. That's not actually as helpful as I was hoping it would be. So what we're going to do is go to, and I'm also always looking for free stuff because I want to get, like, there's quite a few tools that will let you have a couple of free searches. So that's what we're going to do is go into Moz, the free account, and SEO. What's that really popular SEO tool? Oh, the columns in the tools. Which tool are you using, actually? And I'll use that. SEMrush, that's the one I was thinking of. That's really popular with bloggers lately. And then how to quickly find the keywords is the trick. And I think that's what you're getting at, Laura, on what you like with all the data, which data columns you have to actually pay attention to. So, and you're using Keyword Planner by SEMrush. Yes. Okay. Simplegrilledrecipes.com is what we're going to try and optimize for. We're going to give her a little list of keywords. I'm just going to use the free account that I have set up under mine to show you what I'm doing. And I'm going to share my screen. So as I said earlier, if you want to see my screen, you're going to need to go on Facebook because I can't share my screen on my phone. So Simple Grilled Recipes is the one that we are going to use. I'm going to close down all the stuff that I shouldn't share by accident because that's me. I'm going to share something by accident that I'm not supposed to. Okay, so obviously it's a brand new site, so it has no data to rank. But what we want to do is find keywords. So we could do competitive analysis, but what I want to do is try and find the best keywords for her to rank for. So this is for a brand new site, so she's going to have to start from scratch. And so if you're new, this will be particularly useful for you. Uh, Keyword overview. Okay, no. So let's get some keywords for grilled recipes in the US, probably on phone or mobile. Okay, so what? Now you use the one called Keyword Planner. I'm going to try and find that. Man, they have a lot of tools, don't they? It's not local. Must is it under their regular competitive research, keyword research? So the keyword manager, is that what you mean for the keyword planner? Okay, so first of all, we're looking at a 70% difficulty for a brand new site. That's quite difficult. I would want to get something in the green, like something under 30% for difficulty. And this is something that you're only going to get over time. So if you go through and start entering your keywords and then you say, okay, so this super popular one, like grilled recipes, all grilled recipes, right, of all time. Oh, I'm on desktop. I want to actually do that on mobile in the US, and that's going for today. So the grilled recipes are quite difficult. Taste of Home, Bon Appetit, Delish, Feasting at Home, Epicurious, foodandwine.com, loveandlemons.com, allrecipes.com, foodnetwork.com. So those are all, so that's doing really well. That is kind of taken. I would consider that taken, the grilled recipes keyword. So now we're going to get a little bit more specific and get the longer keywords. Let's try recipes for grill. So now we're down to 68% difficulty. That's still too high for a brand new site. So I would just keep doing this if you're looking for keywords for a brand new site. So we are starting from nowhere. We have no idea what to do. So we're just going to start putting in the topics that we want to write about. And we're going to try and find something that's reasonable. Coming into summer, I'm going to guess that it's going to get more and more competitive. So there's a little bit more room. You can see the Modern Proper, goodhousekeeping.com. But still, that's around 70. That's difficult. So I wonder if recipe for, let's try recipes for outdoor grilling and see what we get there. Recipes for outdoor grilling has absolutely zero search. So apparently nobody uses that term. Oh, you're talking about the Hoth. Okay, I got it, Laura. Yeah, I like that one. I really like that one. I had forgot about that one. There's so many of these tools. Okay, so absolutely nobody uses recipes for outdoor grilling. Let's try outdoor grilling recipes. Oh, I just want to add something other than grill recipes for grill, obviously, because that's too hard. But I'm going to run out of searches because I'm on a free thing here. Oh, now we're down to 62%. And it says they'll need 71 referring domains and optimized content to compete in that area. It goes down. Cuisinart outdoor grill recipes is down to 36, and that's kind of where I'm aiming. Excuse me. So I'm just seeing as much information as they'll let me have with a free account. So recipes for cooking on an outdoor electric grill is 23, which is free. And so what I'm going to do is take the okay. So actually what am I looking at here was the question, Laura. It's a good question. So there's so many results and none of them make sense to like a human being. So what I am looking at for me is, and these are the same on almost every tool that you'll go to, there'll be one for volume and there'll be one for keyword difficulty. So some of them say something about difficulty, like domain difficulty, something, they'll give you a percentage of how hard it is going to be to rank for this keyword. And so that's where, like, if I was a really established site, I would go 60, 70%. This new site, brand new site. So for the first 6 months, we would go for 20, 30% difficulty. My site, it depends what they are because some words are really super optimized. So all of the top 20 spots are taken because of competition. Now, I don't spend a lot of time looking at competition because why don't I? That's the next step. Like the first step is just finding your keywords. Once you're optimized for keywords and you want to get really specific, then you go into competitor research. And competitor research says, okay, now that I'm optimized, I'm on like page 2. I want to get to the top 2 or 3 spots. So what I'm going to need to do is get 4 more links to my site. Like they get that specific from high quality sites, of course. Or I'm going to need to add a video to this recipe, or I'm going to need to whatever, right? So uh, that is that's why I don't like go that deep. To me, I would want to hire a marketing agency, and you'd be putting money into it at that point. So when I'm doing keyword research, I'm kind of doing it at the beginning stages, like what can I rank for? And the more that you rank on your site, the higher the site as a whole becomes authoritative. And the better you do as a whole, the higher your chances are that Google's going to see you as an authoritative site. And if you're posting regularly, then you're more likely to rank really high. And once in a while, you'll be writing about something that will just do really, really well, largely because the competition isn't there or you've worked really hard and have an authoritative site. So on this one, recipes for cooking on an outdoor electric grill. Now we're not going to do like that's pretty specific, especially the electric part. So, and I don't know if that's actually what she's going to be talking about. But I would start there, outdoor grilling recipes, and then start adding outdoor chicken recipes for the grill, or grilling recipes for chicken, or outdoor grilling. And I would just start typing these in and seeing what they say. And when I'm evaluating the columns, I'm looking for the difficulty. And I gave you some examples. And the other thing I'm looking for is volume. So if something is really easy to rank for, but nobody's visiting, then it's pointless, right? So you want to find something where people are actually visiting. Now, this is not the volume total. I don't know how they do this, but they're comparative. So, like you can see if you're on Facebook, the one with the 23% difficulty still gets 45 million results if you search that on Google. So the fact that it says volume is 50, I look at them as relative. So if you have volume of 1,000 or more and it's easy, go for it. Like that's a guarantee. Like that's awesome. That's guaranteed. The fact that these are 50, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are 50 for volume. They're all the same for volume. Then I might as well use the one that is easy for keyword difficulty, right? Because if it's going to get you the same sort of traffic, then you might as well use the one that's the easiest. So I use them relative to each other, but those are the only two columns that I actually pay much attention to. And the other thing that I've started to add now is um, the click through or the cost per. Why is it CPC? Cost per something. It used to be CPM, cost per million, like cost per thousand views. That must be cost per click. Of course. Okay. So on the difficult one, it's $1 because it's people actually want to get seen there. Easy outdoor grill recipes, right? And none of these are very high. You'll start seeing cost per click up in the tens, $15 if it's a review and for a product. So if a company's going to make money off of it, they'll start paying to get seen every time those words are there. So the cost per click will be really high, which means it's very competitive, but it also means that it's more lucrative of a keyword. So none of these recipes are usually like a DIY thing. So none of them have higher than $1 for CPC on this search that we just did. Those are my thoughts. That's the basics. Does that help? Let's go look at the Hoth and see if they have. And with all the tools, I find that they're not. I would have to like be an SEO marketer and do a lot more research to figure out how they actually come at these numbers. So the only thing that I use them for is comparative. So I can compare them. Like I said, so there's 8 with 50. I don't think 50 is the actual volume. Like you're not going to get 50 people to your site. Like they have different millions of results. What I think what I use it for is comparing what's harder, what's easier, what's going to do better, what's going to do worse, but not for the exact results. Which subscription would I recommend? The one that you're going to use. So, SEMrush, a lot of people buy that one. It's expensive. And yeah, that's the one I'm in now. And it is way more than most people will ever use. This is what you're going to use if you're an agency, and then you're going to do that competitor analysis because this will actually, I'll go to the site that's getting on the first 3 positions, and this will tell me the site structure, it'll tell me the structure of that page, it'll tell me if it has how many images, how many incoming and outgoing links and videos and reviews and the rich like the snippets. It'll have like, so this is like way more than you need. So I think there's some cheaper ones. I use SE Optimer does my keyword research. I think it was 10. Why am I getting the Spanish version? 10, $20 a month. I think you can get them for 20 or $30 a month. But you don't, if you post a lot, then yeah, it might be worth it. Some of the, what's the other ones that I use? You used to be able to use the keyword planner tool. Okay, this one I've used, Keyword Finder, and you can use this one without signing in. What's their pricing? When I find this one really easy to use. Yeah, I've used this Mangles. This one's $30 a month, but that looks like it's that if you pay it for a full year. But you also get 100 keywords, so I can type it in per 24 hours, so it resets every 24 hours. And this will let you do some competitor. This will track your keywords to see how they're doing. This is only good for one site. This is not something that you like. SEMrush might be better if you have more than one site to do, but and I like the way, and you can try this one for free, and I really like the results. They seem easy in my mind to figure out. And you can also put, like you can see here, see the keyword finder, the results on this screenshot here are very much the same. There's the difficulty. This one's called KD, keyword difficulty. And um, the search, okay, they call it search, but it's volume. And the CPC and the PPC. I think that's price per click. No, cost per click. What's PPC? I can't remember. I used to know what all the acronyms stand for. So Mangools or Keyword Finder is one that I've used. Keywordtool.io, that's good. Ahrefs is good for agencies. Word Trackers, overkill. SEMrush, in my opinion, is overkill, but I know a lot of people that use it. Backlinko is a great they're really the Backlinko blog is super easy to understand. Like they are really good at writing tutorials for the normal person who is not versed in SEO and tech stuff. I really Uber suggest a lot of their stuff is free. And I think you get 10 searches or more a day. So definitely start with the free tools and they give you the same thing, how hard it is to rank and their volume. So they have a little screenshot here. So there's their volume. How does it say where it's hard to rank? Oh, this one also gives you buyer intent. So that's good if you're trying to place affiliate links. The blog name that I was just talking about is called Backlinko. Backlinko. I think it's .com. It's just really well divided. I was really surprised. Backlinko, yeah, .com. And you go through it page by page, and it's all very neatly organized and very succinct. They don't go on and on like I tend to do. It's really helpful. Okay, that gives you some tools. That tells you what to look for. And then the other kind of best practices are to make sure that each tool has its own keywords. Not each tool, each page has its own keywords. You don't want to be competing against your own pages competing for a spot. So make sure that they're separate words and have all of them pointing to your cornerstone content pages so that any of the link juice that you get or any of the points that you get for SEO are then forwarded to your cornerstone content because that content should be the one to get the most authority. And because it's usually a category page, it's every time you post a new blog, that category page is updated, which makes a category page also really fresh. So they're always looking for that fresh or timely, relevant information for the searcher. And that covers like all your bases. And then if you start pointing everything there, then it covers authority. And that's basically everything that search engines are looking for. That is your primer for keyword research. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining in, Laura. Okay, bye.